All right, Shalom. I want to start off as always by giving our praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, HaKadosh, the abundance unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Good Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity, and I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this morning's lesson, I wanted to read the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and I wanted to start at verse, let me see here. Verse 4. Okay, and I'll read down to verse 12, Lord willing, through the Spirit, if I got enough time here. But I wanted to address something that was said by Brother Hassad the other day, guy from the Genesis camp, in which he said that you will have heathen rising up and pretty much condemning and judging Jake, ultimately, right? This is what he's saying in the kingdom. Basically, he's saying that the heathen, the heathen who repent, so-called, and come into the fold of Israel, they're gonna be on the same level as Jake, and whatever. So I'm like, okay, if he's teaching this and saying this, then maybe I missed something when I read the promises. Maybe I missed something, Knox. So I went back and I read, I go back and read it. Like, okay, let me go back through this again and see if I missed something. And of course, I didn't miss nothing. All right, I'm being sarcastic. Okay, dude is an idiot. He's a lost soul. All right. I'm going to go back through this promise here in Isaiah chapter 60 because this chapter goes into the kingdom of heaven. When you read this chapter, it makes it clear that the heathen will be in subjection, right? That we would take all of their wealth, all of their resources, and have them in captivity, man. No heathen will be sitting on no throne, judging Jake and telling Jake this. Boy, you'll get your head removed from your body for even approaching Jake in the kingdom, okay? But anyway, let's read this here, man. This Isaiah 60, starting at verse 4. It says, lift up thine eyes around about thee and see. Excuse me. Lift up thine eyes round about and see. All they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy sons shall come from far, and thy daughters shall be nourished at thy side. This is going into the Israelites being gathered, okay? Not the heathen, but Israelites. It says, then shalt thou see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee, and the forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee, meaning their wealth, their goods, okay? Their goods, man. We're going to be on another level, right? We can imagine right now having everything. But in the kingdom, we're going to literally have everything. There won't be nothing, absolutely nothing that we won't have access to here on earth, all right, concerning resources, man. Minerals and, stones, whatever. We're going to have it all. Land, you name it. The Lord said these things are going to be converted unto us, right? He says our heart shall be enlarged. It says, the multitude of camels shall cover thee. Meaning what? Caravans of camels will be bringing us wealth, okay? Back in the ancient world, they used camels to, carry certain things, right, for long distances. And so the Lord is using this and saying, hey, look, they're going to bring everything to y'all. As far as the eye can see, okay? As far as the eye can see, man. It says, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praises of the Lord. They're going to be coming bringing stuff, okay? And worshiping our God in the kingdom. It says, all the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee, and the rams of Nabaoth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with the acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. It says, who are these that flies as a cloud, and as the doves to their windows? Surely the owls shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of Yahweh thy God, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he had glorified thee. They're going to bring it to us, okay? What is this saying, man? What is this saying? That the children of Israel will be on another level, and that the heathen will be so in awe of us, so in fear of us, they're going to willingly bring everything to us. We won't have to threaten them, okay? They're going to do it automatically out of pure fear of the Israelites, of Yahweh being actually on the planet Earth, okay? The presence of the Most High. Do you know what that means? Yahweh, bro, gonna be on the planet. The king. And you know he don't mess around. He the king, bro. He gonna have the angels gonna be present. Bro, you know the angels gonna be present for Yahweh, bro. Are you crazy? they're gonna be present for him. He the king, he over them. So it's gonna be, boy, okay. Keep thinking the heathen gonna be doing something besides working. You crazy. They're gonna be working. They're gonna be working out. It says, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. Do you know what that means? That means that the heathen will be in subjection. If you put a nation king in subjection, in slavery, how much more the people? You guys got to go back through the scriptures, man, and read, bro. You can't come to those conclusions when things like this is written. This is why we call you Christians bugged out. You're bugged out, man. You act like this not written, bro. Vocab now. These scriptures don't exist, the vocab. Vocab don't even try, okay? Vocab don't even try to read Isaiah 60 or address it at all. I don't think Isaiah chapter 60 is in his Bible. It says, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Right? It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. Our gates open day and night, man. They're going to be bringing us everything. All the time. Okay? We're going to be on another level in the spirit, man. Okay? A whole nother level. Nobody will be able to stand before Israel, to come against Israel. Ain't no heathen sitting on no throne judging Jake. Okay? There's madness, brother. There's madness. And this cuts salvation for the heathen. How can't you guys see that, man? How can't you see that this cuts salvation for the heathen? The new covenant for the heathen. There's no way. There's no way you got the new covenant and you in captivity. It don't make no sense, man. And then verse 12 says what? For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So the Most High letting it be known. Whichever one of you heathens don't want to serve Israel and do what we say and bring us what we want, you will be unalived. We will destroy you. Okay? If you want to play them games and try to be tough or whatever in your mind, we will break you down, okay, with brute force. Unspeakable pain, right? Unspeakable pain that you never heard of, okay? Pain that you never experienced. You will feel that if you ever decide not to serve Israel. So there's no salvation for a heathen, okay? They'll be saved from slavery. That's about it. But you guys are truly bugging. But hey, in due time, the Most High will address all of this stuff. And all of you false teachers, you false prophets, if you don't repent, hey, there's a judgment for that. But your blood be up on your own head, man. All right? All praise Yahweh Shem El Shai. Shalom.